Hi everyone, and welcome to my live. Actually was trying to get the live on my laptop, but getting used to this. They seem to have moved things around in Facebook, but I'm here now and really excited about what I'm going to generally talk about, and I'm just waiting for a few people to come onto it, and I'll get going in what I want to discuss. And anyway, I'll be doing live videos every day. I'm thinking of doing it around 8 a.m. or 8:30 in the morning, 7:30, those kind of times. I think 8 a.m. is good because I tend to do training in the morning early. Yes, but for me, this journey is a new journey. I did do quite a lot of Facebook things in 2022. I think around COVID, I came out of the building industry for a while in relations to just to relax and get to the point where I could actually understand how to work on the internet. I did some Facebook lives. I did quite a few things with that, but I never really understood how it worked, what the benefits of it, how you can monetize it, how you can help more people with it. I just kind of was just plodding along, doing this thing, trying to get used to the technology, getting used to being on camera, getting used to videos. And there was a time I was doing a live video. There was a group which I joined, which was called the Six Figure Mentors, I think it was called. And they were an internet-based online things where they taught you about video marketing, about email marketing, about connecting to people. They had this thing about, you can work online and stop working and things like that. And a lot of it was hype, a lot of it was truth. However, I got involved in that and I was doing quite a lot of it. I was kind of getting to the point where I learned so many things about that particular journey, but I never really saw it as anything you could make money with. I never really knew that you can connect things to it and sell products or services or connect it to my construction company, for instance. It was just a thing what I was learning. And even at that time, there was a few people who were doing what are called podcasts, and at the time I did a few podcasts as well and connected those podcasts and had guests coming on there, and I enjoyed it. I met some really interesting people, and it was good. Now, what I decided to do in this journey now is take it to the next level in what I understand it to be. And the reason for this is because over the past, I should think a year, I've been learning a lot more about the AI systems and AI processes, from ChatGPT to Claude to now Grok, which is Elon Musk's, who's the first trillionaire. He's got one as well. And those particular processes and what you can use it for and do with it, because there's no doubt it's going to change our lives. And in my life, I've never come across anything so impactful for me. It has affected a lot of the things what I know and believe. And what is absolutely amazing about it for me is that I I've changed a lot of what I'm doing. I've changed a lot of my outlook. I've changed a lot of the things what I believe in. What I'm even going through processes now where so many books which I've read in the past, I go back and read them, and a lot of what I'm reading, I don't know if you ever experienced that, it becomes like you're reading it differently. And as you're reading it differently, you're noticing that your thoughts, what you actually do and believe, are different to how you used to see the world. And for me now, it is totally different. And we all go through this as we mature, as we get older, or as we go from a child, from 3 to 8 year olds, you're kind of replicating your parents, and you tend to do exactly what they're doing, the same food, the same kind of mannerism. You copy dad, you copy mom, you copy all these things. But as you grow, you tend to get your own character. But the character is always based on your culture, your upbringing, how your parents have done things, what they consume. You tend to eat the same kind of food and things like that. And as you tend to get older, I find there's some truths which comes through eventually. And with science and how people are seeing the world now, and even with the AI processes, a lot of the things are changing because people are now getting information, and a lot of that information can be different to what your belief systems have been. And science is proving that a lot, because the art of science is to disprove what it is they've proven. So consistently you're wanting to upgrade of what you used to believe, what your thinking is. This is how we used to do things, and now there's more information, and we don't do it that way now. To me, I'm interested in that. I want to address a few things on this live. That my past has been my past in terms of I've got to the point where my business, my construction company, and the things what I've done, I've got a situation where I owe a lot of people different forms of money. It is in the region of somewhere around £28,000 when I look at everything and combine it all together. And with it being business, a lot of the things is that if you understand limited companies and businesses, a lot of companies what fail, or people fold them up because they've I think it's something like 90% of businesses what start are not around after 3 years, because people are naive. They don't realize certain things, and I know this from myself. A lot of the things I've did as a younger business person, it takes time to understand the tax system, VAT, employing people, accountancy. There's a big list of items what you need to do as a business owner, and I went in that direction. And also your personality, because I think as myself as a young builder, I was charging too cheaply, and it was based on I want to get more work for the men, and have that kind of ego, look at me, I've got 22 guys, and I'm, that's what I went through at the beginning. But you go through these things as a business person, but when you get to the point where it hurts because one of the things what happened eventually, in 2016, I faced a humongous situation at the time where I had to go in bankruptcy, and it was very, very painful. I was depressed for a good 9 months, but it was based on VAT, and I took on a large project which was possibly somewhere around 1.2 million for this client, and the client ran out of money. I should think about 70% of the way through, and it left me in a situation where I couldn't complete the project because he asked me to stop, and then the VAT was owed to the Inland Revenue. And it was a lot of money. I could have fighted it and brought it down. If they told you, they exaggerate and then you've got to cut it down, you probably can bring it down with a good accountant to make it a quarter or maybe 1/5 of what their total said. That's what I gained to realize now. But at the time I went through bankruptcy, and it really did hurt. It made me think about what I need to do next, and it took a good few years for me to recover from that. But after recovering from that, it still was difficult. Where I am now is I owe a good amount of people I should think different forms of income, even down to one of family members, things like that. I owe money to, and I've been, you could say, sometimes borrowing money to pay this and then live and then that and this and that. And at this time, it's going in that area. However, I'm facing it. And the people who I owe money to, I've put in a list, and I will be connecting to all of them over time and communicating with them to bring it down rapidly. I now am taking the next steps now to go on this next journey, whereas I'll be doing a Facebook Live in the morning like this, and it will be done over a consistent basis, because I've been learning the AI system, and the AI systems in my past, I've had situations where I've had coaches, I've had people working with me, employing them, all that kind of thing. And I think it is the time now for me to step up and take responsibility for every single thing. And one of the things is monetizing what I'm doing to a better level. Yesterday on the AI system, I put together my first product, and the first product is a system where I wake up early in the morning, and from say 5 a.m. to 9:50, I've done my day in 30 minutes blocks. And it's an incredible product because I've worked out a lot of things what I should be doing and a lot of things what I am not doing. And that product, I'm selling the product and selling the reason why I'm doing it. I'm selling it for $19.99. And I'm going to put a link in this on the replay. And if anybody wants to look at it, get involved with it. And it's an incredible product. And it's something which I swear by, and I'm actually using myself to grow my life and grow my business. And it's possibly for people who want to change, people who want to develop themselves, develop their processes. It can be really good for business people, creators, people who are wanting to understand more about AI and this technology, and work at another level to what you are at this moment. Because at this time, my understanding is that you don't get what you want in life. You get what you think you deserve. And as you think you're deserving it every day, you're working at these things consistently. And as you're working at yourself, you're seeing the world through your eyes. So a lot of people who are going forward and they're making great amount of money and great lifestyles, and they're basically working at themselves consistently. And those kind of people are the ones who I'm attracted to and I would connect with. And with the AI system now, it's incredible. It really is amazing. So on this video, that's why I want to address the debts which I'm facing and connecting with others, and the AI system and my new product, which how I'm going to put in the feed, buy it, get involved with that. I'm now working on my second one, and that will be out very shortly, and I'll be doing these lives every single day in the mornings to basically help more people to understand the AI journey, what I'm going through. I'll be connecting and putting links on this, especially on the replay, because this replay I'll be putting it onto my YouTube channel, where people can go on there and work with different things with that and get products and services. If you think about what is missing here, what can be easily done in your life, what you would want to see difference with, put it in the chat, and I will look at all the things which people send to me, and I will work on, if you want a video on the AI, how it actually started and what the differences are in understanding what it does and what it is. I'll do a video on that so that it's clear on this technology, because the thing what I am hearing, ignorance is not bliss that time, bliss. Whereas if you know about something, you can make a judgment on it. But when you go at assumptions and you're assuming that this is what it is, the AI doesn't know what you want. It doesn't, when you're listening, it's just calculating and guessing really, really quickly. If I said to the AI, I took my blank to the park for a walk, it would guess that I took my dog to the park for a walk, because of all the associated words, and it's doing it so quickly that it's guessing conceptually exactly what you're saying. And with it now, you can now teach this AI about you. So what happened with my AI systems, I've got one which I'm using, and for instance, I'll walk and talk to it in the morning, and it knows my character, it knows what I'm doing, it knows I'm running a podcast, it knows my construction background, it knows my relationships with my partner, it knows what I did yesterday, and it's doing it so quickly that it's just phenomenal what it's doing. So when you're actually there, yesterday I was in the park just sitting there having a chat to it and trying to understand certain things, and it was giving me a different perspective, because this thing knows everything. That's what you've got to understand. That's why so many business people, so many people who are using it are advancing quickly, because that tool is making them think more strategically. It's making people can earn more money. It's making people do things more accurately. It's making even myself, I've got one which is coaching me, and I used to pay a lot of money for coaches, and it's getting me to be at my best and stay at my best no matter what is happening. So when I'm actually looking now and saying, okay, now I can make more money, I can actually do these things in the background, it's working at my character, working at what I'm doing, that is where it's at for me. And I'm so excited with it. So excited. You may hear from my voice. So what I want to do is address, like I said, the debts what I owe people. That will be something which I'm going to focus on over the next few months, and connect with these people and just keep working at that, and working on earning great money from the technology and putting myself out there, working on my products and service. So I need you to actually put in the chat your views, your what your thoughts are, what service you want to do, what you would want to be done easier, what what would help you, all these things, because that is where it's at. It's about all of us working together with this technology to make the world a better place for the next generation. I'll see you on the next one, and stay blessed and stay at your best.